Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing what I consider to be the most influential Tier 10 in the game, and that is the Bosch Chatillon 25-ton, a French light tank. Now, if you've watched my videos for the past years, you would know that I constantly call this tank the best. And it's a lot of reasons, but honestly, it's very simple to explain. It's an autoloader. As we already know, autoloaders are the strongest class of tanks in the game. I mean, it's that simple. This tank can do 1080 clipping potential in 6.6 seconds, and if you use shell reload boost, it's more like 4 seconds. But it's a light tank, so you also have insane mobility, great camouflage values, and it has the second highest view range in the game, which means that you will outspot just about every single other tank with the camo values. The only light tank that can outspot the Bosch Chatillon 25-ton is a T100 Sitting Stealth Camo Net or a WZ-132-1 because it has 328 meters of view range. But this vehicle is kind of wild because it has a 3,220 damage clip. It has Spall liner, meaning that unlike the other light tanks, high explosive from a 183, a Jagdpanzer, are not nearly as dangerous. I mean, they're still going to hurt, right? A 183 high explosive, even if it doesn't pen, is still going to take off a very sizable chunk of my tank, but it's not going to, obliterate me completely, so that is something to keep in mind. Not sure how I feel about this currently. We don't know where the 183 is. Obviously, we know where the Minnow is, but we don't know where the 183, and we don't know where... Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, the 183 got obliterated already. We have the Minnow, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and flank. I think that's a pretty good play here, because I don't think the enemy is going to be expecting this. So let's head over here. We're in our light tank for a reason. We have that Jagdpanzer. And if I go a little bit further, we might actually be able to hit that Jag. No, not yet. Oh, I got the 183 over here too. Oh, wow, that 183 just got absolutely dunked on. I'm hoping that if we get up this ridge, we might be able to shoot that Jag. Indeed, we are going to be able to. There's one, two shells into the Jag. Not able to get any more, but that is still a quarter of that tank's health. And if we reload again, we can get to the rear of that Jagdpanzer and potentially get a bit more damage. Again, we're in a light tank. We have ridiculous levels of view range, so kind of hoping that maybe if we... Oh, the Yag's just going out into the open. Oh, that's why. I was like, why the heck am I not spotting the Yag? Well, that makes a little bit more sense. Bro, just YOLO'd. Alright, well, let's move up. We have the Minnow. We have the E50. I'm going to get behind the Minnow for now, and we're going to start loading in high explosive. We got one shell, 348 damage. Two shells, 280. Three shells, and bye-bye. The clip on this tank is just so dangerous, as we can see. Like, the fact that you can do whatever the heck you want, you don't really have to worry about the enemy. And what do we have? The Yag over here, so let's reload. And we got the rear of the Yag. There's one shell and two shells. Let's go for that track wheel. Three shells. Still pretty good if you ask me. Our Leopard does get the clear, which is obviously important. I wasn't sure if that player was going to. At this point, we have our Leopard. We have the 183, and then we have the enemy 50B and 57 Heavy. Well, 57 is the only one left that I really care about. Okay, thank you, RNG. Let's put on our reload again. And I'm going to push in. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, 57 Heavy is going to shoot the 183. 183 manages to bounce the 57, and we are going to shoot this guy once. We're going to get behind him, HE him in the rear once, HE me in the rear twice, and take him out of the game. And just like that, we've not only dealt 3,600 damage, but we get to reload. The Jagdpanzer just killed our teammate, which means we can push up on the Jagdpanzer and potentially get the clearing shots. There's one shell into this guy, two shells into this guy, three... Oh, we didn't get the third one, but we do have the fourth one. And all that leaves us left is a Caro. So we're still completely fine. Caro has literally no health left. Reload our clip, we're over 4,000 damage. And it'll be a super easy victory. And it's such a good showcase of... That was a wild shot. I don't know how we hit that. That was pure luck. But wouldn't have mattered anyway. We were going to win this game one way or another. But notice how effortlessly I was able to use this tank, its clipping potential, get behind our opponents, rip out that damage and never bleed a single hit point. That is what the Bat Chat does, and that is why I still consider it to be the most influential tier 10 in the game. Because if you can use that DPM, that view range, that camouflage, and the clipping potential, how do you counter it? And really, in most situations, you don't, right? That Yagbanzer could do nothing against me. And same thing for the 57 Heavy. We could have done a lot more damage too if I had been able to get that HE clip out into that 57 Heavy. We got behind that Minnow and did over 1100 damage in 6 seconds. Name another light tank that could do that. T100 LT would have gotten about 2 shells into the Minnow, then that tank would have turned around and I would have had the back up, which would have wasted time and potentially lost us the game by the enemy team being able to have more tanks left, right? The thing that allows autoloaders to be so ridiculously stupid is that you trade a long reload for a short burst of damage. So pretend I was in a Sheridan or, even a 130-2-1, which has great DPM. It's like 3,300. So I get behind the Minnow, I shoot one high explosive, does like 450 damage. Okay, so the Minnow now has like 800 health left. I probably get one more shell into the Minnow before it turns around. So now the Minnow has 500 health left, maybe 450. I still need 2 shells to kill that enemy Minnow. But the problem is now that tank is facing me. I can no longer poke unless I want to lose 490 health. And because the Minnow is an auto reloader, it could shoot me twice for the... Actually, it could shoot me 3 times for the amount of time it would take me to clear that vehicle. But even if I bled 2 shots worth, that takes my 1800 health tank down to 800 health. So that's the problem with being single shot versus an autoloader. In an autoloader, I can deal all that damage, not have to worry about bleeding in return, clear the tank, and move on with my life. And because this tank has such a quick reload of only like 13 seconds, it's not even a big downside when you do, clip people. All you have to do is drive into cover, and in a quick moment, you'll already be ready to deal more damage. So what are we going to do here? Well, the problem is I don't really have support. Like, I have a 111 GFT, but they have a Leopard 1, and that's a really, really scary tank. So I do have to be super, super cautious about that. But we do have a tank destroyer covering me. And with the view range I have, I think we can definitely spot up this ridge if there were tanks to go there. So far, though, we're not seeing much. Hopefully that WZ is going to continue to support me. Well, there's the 4005, which we are not able to hit just yet. Oh, there you go. We spotted the enemy Leopard, which we are able to get a shell into. Come on, poke it. Okay. And then he rolls me for 425. That's just a classic Droodles experience there. Oh well. This is one of those games where we're not going to do anything. At least realistically, we're not going to do much. Maybe we can get some damage and... Okay. Let's aim it on that 183. There's one. Okay. Well, while this tank is obviously very dangerous, sometimes the gun can be rather mid. Alright, Leopard's backing up. We got the Destiny driving out in the open. Let's see if we can get some damage into that Destiny. And there's 1 shell. Tracked him. 2 shells. 3 shells. 4 shells. There you go. See that clipping potential again? It's just like, boom, and you're just ripping out damage. So now all we have to do is move over here. We are unspotted currently, so we can flank all the way to the side of this 268 and get some damage into this player. There's 1 shell into the 268, 2 shells into the 268, 3 shells into the 268, and dead. There you go. I don't really care about the Leopard. You can literally shoot me all day. You will still lose this, because, oh, well, unless the BZ decides to tunnel me, because, it's Droodles, and you gotta tunnel Droodles. Can't let me ever have fun, can you now? Alright, well, if you're gonna tunnel me, I might as well get my shells out. So there's 1, there's 2. Just nice tunnel, bro. I don't know what else to say. I'm actually gonna type that out. Nice tunnel, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say. You're going out of your way. It does irritate me a lot, too. When you see somebody in the beginning of the game that's like, "Hi, Droodles, I'm so happy you're on my team." And then they specifically go out of their way to try and ruin your fun. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Just not cool. I don't know what to say. Not cool. But the Bat Chat's still did a fine job. I just didn't expect to see a BZ-75 who had plenty of targets in front of him to specifically YOLO me. Because, as I said, we could have easily dealt with the Leopard. That tank wasn't a problem. Just nothing I could have done once both of those players decided to focus me out. Oh well, congratulations. You tunneled me, and now you get to be seen to a lot of people. I don't know. It's always really, if you're a fan of mine and you want to show that you're a fan of mine, don't go out of your way to try and ruin my fun. Like, yeah, I get it. Oh, I killed Droodles. I'm so cool. But, like, in my experience, all you're doing is you're ruining my fun because a logical person would not assume that a heavy who has multiple tanks in front of them is going to go all the way out of its way to specifically try and kill the one light, especially when you're going to lose either way. It's just very irritating. So, I don't know. It's why I especially don't like to play game modes a lot, because when I play game modes, I see a lot of people that will just use their invisible abilities and then try to, like, tunnel me because, oh, there's no, there's no downside for it. It's just lame. That's all I'm going to say. Either way, here we are. Another game. We actually have that BZ on our team. Well, let's see what we can do here. We have an enemy lion, E5, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care. No, you're not getting an 07. After being cringe, you don't get respect. All right, let's move over here and see what we can do. I'm just gonna type in cringe. Let's move up. Yeah, this is my point though. Like, it's just these people think that it's like funny to go out of their way to ruin your experience. It's lame. It's very lame. Well, I have no support. You tunnel me last game, and then I need support this game, and you don't give me it. What a shocker. Alright, well, I'm not gonna waste my time on this flank of the map if my team's not gonna give me support. Like, what do I gain from being here? The E5's over here, so they have 3 tanks in this position. I think the best play to make is to leave my tank at an angle. We have the E5 back. Okay, and you just blind fire me. Obviously the best player in the game. Oh well. Again, there's nothing I can do here. Oh well. Just keep waiting. We have the lion. Am I going to get blind fired again? Look at how hard they're trying to blind fire this spot. Oh, come on. Keep trying. Oh, yeah. You're doing great. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. We got the 5 right here. And at this point, I'm just going to wait here. If I can stop these players from making a maneuver, it gives our team a huge, huge advantage, right? There's 1 shell into the E5, 2 shells into the E5. I don't know if we got the 3rd, but doesn't really matter. That stops the E5 from really doing anything, which is obviously really, really important for our team. I still have the Yo supporting me as well, which is really, really helpful. So we're going to chill right here. We have the enemy lion, which I would definitely like to get some bleeds into. So let's chill right here. And let's see. There's 1 shell into the lion, 2 shells into the lion. We have the enemy boss Chatillon right here. And I still have 2 shells, so driving out is probably not going to be the best play from this player, and there you go. You lost more health than I lost for that. And I also have more DPM than the Battle Chatillon, so that's not really a problem. Let's see what we can do. The lion is obviously trying to clip out my teammate, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to get 1, 2, yeah, I don't think this worked out too well for you, did it? 3 and 4. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty clip if I say so. And again, it's a great example of the damage per minute this tank has. It's super fantastic. Now we have the E5 over here. Don't want to be shot by the E5, so we're going to take the safest route out of here that I can. I honestly don't know what our team's been doing. Because, oh, well, I guess that actually helped me. Okay, thank you, RNG. But I seriously don't know what our team's been doing. I have 3 tanks that I've been fighting this game. Where has my team been during this experience? Like, we have all these full health players, and they're struggling to kill, what, a single grill? I don't even get it. I really don't. This should not be a challenging situation to deal with. There's 1. There's 2 into the grill. It's still 530 damage. And the rest of our team's going to get a bunch of bleeds out there. We have the enemy 260 over here, which we do miss the first shell, but okay. 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 The boss Chatillon's back there. I don't know how the heck we bounced that second shell on the on that grill, or not the grill, sorry, the 260. That was pretty lame, but it's okay. We're gonna move over here. We have the E5, who I don't think that E5 is gonna move up. I think realistically, there's no way that's gonna happen. I don't see the boss Chatillon over here. Interesting. I mean, we outspot the Bat Chat. We have the lion, who I definitely could get some... Oh, that works too. Very easy clear. Well, there you go. We have the boss Chatillon. There's 1 shell, 2 shells, 3 shells, and don't low roll. Okay, good. If that had low roll, I would have been really, really mad. But we did fine. This game, we did a lot of damage, and we showcased once again why the boss Shation is such a fantastic tier 10. Well, C5 is going to die to us. I didn't think D5 was. Would have been ironic if I let my BZ die there. But either way, we get a victory. This is a fantastic tank. And most of the games you play in it, you have the DPM, you have the mobility, and you have that clipping potential to deal with whatever is placed. Sure, it has some downsides, but I think that the upsides most definitely make up for the downsides. So you can let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions, but hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.